I can start with pulling a card from the card deck, which I created out of Mary's words, which we can find in her book, What Mary Said, where we find a lot of things that she was saying, beautiful sentences to help us to receive wisdom, maybe. So let's see what the wisdom of Mary is. Oh, I really want to go here, so let's see. It's said, receive the breath of life, one need not take it. So receive the breath of life, one need not take it. I really love this quote of Mary because it brings so much relaxation. Hi Jennifer, so nice that you're here, and Greta also. So we do not need to take a breath, we can simply receive it. And I have been playing a lot with the allowing the breath to go and allowing the breath to come. And it is really relaxing to really allow that breath to come, even though sometimes maybe that breath needs to go through some density. Sometimes, I can feel it like as density. Sometimes I feel like some kind of density in my back, and simply allow the breath to go through that density will also release that density, or that's my experience. So I really like this sentence, not taking a breath, but simply receiving the breath. Yeah, today we are here together in a live again, and I really wanted to address the ability that we have to hold opposites within oneness. And of course, we all started as oneness. We had and as duality, because we of course had the egg and the sperm, and that became one cell. And within that cell, there was a separation. So within that oneness, the first separation started, and two cells emerged, and then the whole separation went further and further, of course. But the separation of the cell is within the one cell. So it is something which we innately do, holding opposites within the oneness, because otherwise we wouldn't be here as a human being. So I was pondering about it because we see a lot of polarity in politics, in society, a lot of opposite opinions, maybe people who really want to convince you sometimes of their opinion. And I was thinking about those polarities and our ability to hold those polarities and that duality within the oneness, and how can we do this in an harmonious way, and how can we support ourselves with that with simple Jinsen Jutsu self-help. Because sometimes even because of the tension between the two polarities, or the two opinions, or the two different ideas, even conflicts can emerge, and we can get in a fight with maybe our husband or our child or our friends, or maybe on the bigger level already between two countries. So I believe that everything starts within us. So I think we need to really train and help ourselves and support ourselves in holding duality and polarity within the oneness, because this tension between those polarities will trigger emotional reactions, resistance towards each other. So how can we start harmonizing that aspect in ourselves so we can ripple out harmony to the world? And that will, in my opinion, help humanity to also be able to hold two different opinions, two different ideas in harmony. And one of the most important lessons of my mother-in-law was, she said to me and to my husband sometimes, that when we have two different opinions about something, like I want to go to France and he wants to go to England, or he wants to go to his parents for Christmas and I wanted to go to my parents for Christmas, of course that could end up in a very big fight when we would address that at that moment. And what she advised us to do was not get into that fight, but simply acknowledge that you didn't want the same things. And just let it go for a while. Give it space, give it air, and give it time. And she said, the solution will appear. It will appear to you. And really, 9 out of 10 times, we didn't even remember that it started with two different desires, maybe. So I thought this was a really very good advice my mother-in-law gave us, to really give space and time and air to maybe something that appears to be a conflict or opposite desires, and see how time, space, and air sometimes resolves things, often resolves things without doing anything. And when we are able to release the tension between two ideas, two opinions, often a third way or a whole other possibility appears for us. So yeah, that was what I wanted to address today. Just help ourselves and support ourselves to be able to hold opposites and allow sometimes opposites to be there. And by doing that, and by being able to hold both things together in harmony, maybe 100 new opportunities will show up for you. So getting out of the tension is what I wanted to address today. And I wanted to do that with a very simple self-help we have already done often here in the self-help lives, the guided meditation I'm doing. And that's simply crossing our hands. One hand goes to the opposite thigh, inner part of the thigh, which we call the high one, and the other hand goes to the other side, inside of the thigh. So crossing your hands and holding the inside of your thighs, the two ones, male and female. And by the crossing, of course, that is emphasizing the mediator, emphasizing cooperating, because we are cooperation inside of us. We are composed out of the male and out of the female, out of the sperm and out of the egg, which have two different kind of energies. And how can we help them to cooperate even more and experience that oneness inside ourselves, so we can ripple out that harmony of opposites into the world. So simply place your hands on the inside of your thighs and relax, and just allow yourself to hold the two parts of you, the female, the male, the two opposite parts, or not, and cooperate, let them cooperate together. So 10 minutes just to be with you. Give ourselves some self-care. Simply settle in and allow yourself those 10 minutes supporting your being. Release maybe tension that is there. 10 minutes. for some self-care for you by simply placing your hands on the inside of your thighs, the high one, reminding us of the oneness that we are. And bring your attention inward. Bring your attention to your breath. Allowing the breath to go down the front. And receiving a new breath up the back. As we saw with the card, we do not need to take a breath. We can simply receive her. And simply allow your body to relax, your shoulders, your hands, your legs and your feet. And call all the parts of you that may be still with someone or something, maybe someone you took care of, or someone with whom you maybe had words today. Bring all the parts of you back to your center as a big magnet. Pull all those parts back. And allow yourself to land even more in your body. Where we are connecting and asking our body to cooperate, to hold both opposites, the left and the right, as the yin-yang sign, the circle, allowing the tension between that to release. And by releasing the tension between two opposites, new opportunities emerge and appear. movement is possible. And what's happening in your body and in your hands? Is there a pulsation starting in your hands? Or is it quiet? And if you feel a pulsation in your hands, how does it feel? Is it the same in both hands? Does it feel soft, or is it a loud feeling or hard? Simply be aware of what's happening. Maybe you can feel that energy is shifting. So by holding the inside of the thighs, the high ones, we are connecting the left and the right. We are connecting everything above the waist and below the waist, connecting heaven and earth. And harmonizing that left and right side. Harmonizing head and heart, our thinking and our feeling. Connecting every part of us, reminding us of the oneness that we are. And simply allow the light above us to start to invite it through the top of our head, and allow that light to move through you, through that channel you are, and allow that light to move as if it goes through a tube of light into the earth, from the top of your head, through the coccyx or the feet, into the earth. And feel how it can go deeper and deeper, until it reaches a light there too. And there in the center of the earth, we can take the warmth of that light back up through our feet and our coccyx into our heart. So the light from the heavens and the light from the earth can merge and intermingle in our heart space, in our heart area. simply allow it to find its balance. And feel how it can start to radiate out as a big, big sunshine. Bring your attention back to your breath, down the front and up the back. And how does your body feel right now? How do you feel right now? And when you're ready, you can let go of the hold, and otherwise you simply stay with it. Just what you like in this moment right now. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. So how are you feeling? For me, this was a really relaxing hold, and I could really feel how it started to flow to flow smoother through me. So I'm curious, please let me know what's happening for you. You can also do this with one hand. So sometimes when I'm in my car or when I'm having a conversation on my phone or doing something else with my other hand, I simply use only one hand. So this is a simple self-help you can also do with only one hand. And there's a lot happening in the upper thigh. On the inside of that thigh, 3 flows you are helping to come up even more. There's a flow going down and flows going up there. So it's really helpful for all those flows. And I think it's really important that we start to be able more and more and more to find harmony in the opposites and to be able to hold that space for those opposites and not get stuck in our own opinion or our own idea, and simply hold that ability to let things be and not get stuck in one or the other, so that we can find new possibilities and harmony with each other in the duality that this world is. Because when there was not any duality, we would not be here in this material world as a human being. So I hope that it was very relaxing and it feels very nice for you too. I also love to do this exercise in my bed because it's really easy to do laying on your side. And please let me know how it feels for you, and if it felt as relaxing to you as it felt for me. And I have been doing this already before this live. I was watching something on the television, and I thought, I already started to do this because it felt so nice already, and maybe that's why I could really feel the movement now. So don't hesitate to use it a little bit longer, maybe tonight, and enjoy the feeling that it will give you. And you will maybe really experience that whole oneness experience, which is a lovely experience to have. So thank you for today, and I hope to see you next week, same time. Okay, bye bye.